Hi guys, Dino Vinyl Times back. Yeah, been away for a while. Thought I'd make a quick video for Robert Z's lottery contest. What does the VC mean to you? Yeah, so I haven't been around much recently making videos. As some of you may know, me and the wife have just had a baby about 4 weeks ago. Little Noel was born beginning of November. So as you can imagine, that's taken up quite a bit of my time. And also I had a house move, hence why we're in a sort of new location to my other videos. So yeah, I'll try to make this quick and keep it under 10-15 minutes if possible. So the question in hand is, what does the VC mean to you? Well, I could be a bit easy and just say, oh, it means everything, because it's so great, but I suppose we want a bit of an explanation to why I think it's so great and why it does really mean something to me. I've only been collecting sort of about 1.5 years, which is sort of a very minimal amount of time compared to some of the other guys here in the VC. And but in that time, I've learned so much about not only my own record collection, about the artists I like, the ones that I sort of grew up with and were sort of handed down from my parents, but I've learned a lot about other musicians and other artists that I would have never even dreamt of sort of picking up with their music through different people and just watching different people's videos here from the VC. There's so much knowledge and there's so much experience out there within this community that we have, whether it be here directly on YouTube or whether it be across sort of Facebook on the groups there, or where you're just emailing back and forth to each other. There's so much knowledge and experience out there that it's such a great resource, really. And especially that's one of the things that really appeals to me here is if you don't quite know about an artist, or you're thinking about maybe getting into an artist, there's always somebody around within the VC that you can go, hey, where do I start with this band, or where do I start with this kind of genre, which is brilliant, because if you are open-minded to new music, then sometimes you need that kind of good general direction, where to go or where to start with, so you don't get turned off immediately by it. An example for that for me would be, say, like jazz as a genre, where I'd never normally have sort of even bothered with any jazz back when I sort of started listening to music and collecting seriously, or started to collect, sorry. I would have never sort of picked up a jazz record, but since being here in the VC and speaking to people and learning about different jazz artists and different styles of jazz, I've since kind of started to get into a little bit of it. Not too much, don't get me wrong, but I've now got Dave Brubeck's Time Out, a brilliant album sort of to get you started, and I know there's plenty of other people here in the VC that would who are huge jazz fans and take it and take the to the extremes with it, which is great. I don't know if I'll continue buying lots of jazz, but that's what I'm trying to get at. There's always the option of people telling you where to go and where to start with artists. I mean, again, another one for me would be somebody like Depeche Mode, where I've never been a massive fan of Depeche Mode or really got into their music. I know there are plenty of people out here that are, and I could always go to them, hey, well, what's the album good starting point with the band? Because some bands don't really get good until X amount of records in. For me, I don't really like. I love REM, but I don't really like their early stuff. So, in that kind of sense, you'd say, well, maybe start at Out of Time for REM if somebody asked me, or so, because that's a good sort of where they started to cross over for me, from going from that early REM stage to great albums like Automatic for the People, Monster, and so on and so forth. But that's just to say my opinion on it. But that's what I'm trying to get at. There's a lot of good knowledge out there in the VC, and that really appeals to me, because I certainly don't know everything there is to know about records. I've only been collecting a very short amount of time, so any help I can get with it, or any advice or sort of guidance is always well. And same with the equipment. There's some great people here on the YouTube side of things, and that'll tell you about what kind of amp's good for the record player you've got, or what kind of speakers would go with what, or cabling, or all sorts of stuff, needles, styluses. you know, it's information there that you might not know and might sort of be afraid to ask. But that's the great thing about VC here. Nobody makes you feel stupid, and if they do, well, you don't want to bother with them. That's my opinion. I suppose the other thing for me, the main thing really, is the people here. Everybody I've interacted with here on the VC, 99.9% of the time have been brilliant. You know, they've been fully welcoming for me to sort of their channels, or welcoming them to my channels, this, that, and the other. And to be honest, I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting people, obviously online. I haven't met any of these people in real life, which is unfortunate, and I hope to sort that out in the future. And I know some of the UK VC members are trying to put something together to have a meet up, like I know some of the US VC members did. So hopefully that would, like I think Rob Clark and a few of the guys over there, his friends where he is in the States, they met up a few times and had a really good dig together and stuff. And that'd be great if we could do it here in the UK. I know Daniel would be trying to sort something out, so maybe the likes of me, Dean Jordan, Adam Nichols, John Magnus, a few of the other boys and girls in the UK VC. That'd be brilliant to get together and actually physically meet some of these people. But that side, you know, I feel like I've met some of these people now. I'm closer to them, even though I've only sort of met them over the internet. You know, they've become good friends, and we chat not just about records. We chat about family. We chat about sport or social or work or whatever. You know, it's kind of migrated from records to sort of general life, which is brilliant. Some of the, I mean, just to mention a few names, especially Adam Nichols. I near enough speak to him every day. Dean Jordan, I interact with him quite a bit. Again, Dan Rugby over here, and then on the state side, I mean, people like Shannon, Dr. Dell, Bo, Earhead 6 over there. I mean, those two guys have been so generous to me, sending me VCLT. It's been absolutely amazing what they've sent me, and I've only managed so far to get one back to Shannon, which from his video I think he was very chuffed with, and I was very chuffed with the package I received. I got some here. He sent me a brilliant copy of The Doors Soft Parade. He sent me Volunteers by Jefferson Airplane, the US version. Bo sent me some amazing stuff as well, and really turned me on to some 60s side stuff. He sent me a copy of Disraeli Gears, what I didn't even have, which is brilliant. He's sent me Big Brother Holding Company. I mean, this is just 2 or 3 of the millions that they've sent me. Absolutely loads of stuff, and I've been very grateful. And especially to Bo, there will be something coming back your way once I've sorted my life out a little bit. Yeah, it's just, and again, Dean Jordan sent me stuff, and you know, for people just to do that, you know, just to think of you and go, oh, I've seen that record, I must pick it up for some random guy that I don't know, I've never met, and send it to him. I just think that's amazing, and I'd always like to hopefully repay that and send it back and play it forward. You know what I mean, as they say, and it spins me head every time that, you know, and I see, and I love watching. Somebody said the other day I hear that watching people get VCLT videos is boring, and I think that's a ridiculous statement. I mean, that's some of the most interesting videos is watching the reaction of people opening a package that they didn't know they were getting, finding out that they just received a record from somebody halfway across the world of one of their favourite artists. I mean, how's that not interesting? I think that's brilliant. I think that's an amazing sort of thing to do. So yeah, I think that's what's great about the VC, the whole community aspect of it. And I mean, obviously, I've had my little bit of I had a little bit of beef with Robert Z, and hopefully, maybe that's all in the past. And as you know, we have spoke off sort of line on that, and I do apologise again for that, but I don't want to go down that route. I've got a lot of time for you, so as you well know, and I've said in previous videos. And on that note, I just wanted to say, again, a fantastic competition that you're putting on, and the amount of effort it must be taking for you to organise this and time out of your life. And I know since speaking to you that your life's very hectic as well. You've got a lot of stuff going on, so to take on a competition like this and organise it and run it, I certainly hope that you get some recognition for this as well, and for all your efforts that you do to make this work, and hopefully we can carry it on as well. And it's a fantastic idea. I think it's what an amazing thing for somebody to receive. 29, 30 odd records somebody's going to receive in a one. It's a fantastic idea, and yes, and lots of credit to you, Robert. And I hope we can put everything in the past, that our little beef that we may have had together, which was silly on my part. Anyway, getting back to why the VC is good. Getting introduced to new music. In the background, I'm playing First Aid Kit, and I heard about this band from one of Robert Z's videos, because I believe he asked in a video, can people send him recommendations of music to listen, and I think somebody said to him on one of his videos, listen to First Aid Kit. So I watched Robert's video, I checked out First Aid Kit, listened to a few of their songs online, and absolutely loved their cover versions they've done of a few bits, and then found out they've started to release their own music, and they've got 3 albums themselves, and this is Stay Gold. This is this year's release. It's a brilliant record, absolutely brilliant record, and yeah, and it's things like that, to learn about new music and to find new music from other people's videos. Another person I want to quickly mention was Ben Costello over in Ireland. That guy's videos are he blows me away every time I watch them. They're so informative, and I've learned about so many different artists that I've never heard of. I'd love to see his collection in full, because it must be huge. I mean, all his videos are like 16-20 minutes long, and they're just full of some amazing artists that either I do know and he's got the rarest bit of their records, or artists I don't know and sort of really want to go and check out. I think there was he was talking about some French rappers the other day, and I don't know anything about French rap, but I did start googling a few of his artists and found out that they've done bits and pieces with other people that I did know. So things like that, I think that's brilliant, just to be able to learn from other people and be introduced to new music by other people is fantastic. I've got 1 or 2 more people I just want to shout out. Paige Martin, really enjoy your videos. Very enthusiastic. I like the art. I love the artwork that you show as well. Or and when you do your room tours and you see pictures on the wall and stuff like that. And I like that sort of aspect of it, where it's not just about the pure records. It's you're taking your art from your loves of fashion and your loves of art as well, and mixing it all together with music. And I think it's brilliant. Dylan Harrison, I've just watched your Record Store Day video. Again, what an amazing collection for such a young lad, and got some great 60s stuff. And yeah, he's a cool guy over there, and hopefully he'll be making some more videos soon. It'd be great to see some stuff of you. Blake Wilcox again, I watched your Record Store Day video today. You've got some nutty friends, mate, but a really interesting video. As you can pick up some cool stuff, and you got, again, for such a young lad, some really cool records there. I know you get a lot handed from your dad when you've done certain jobs around the house, which I think is amazing. I'm definitely going to do that to my son if he's into his records. But yeah, I like watching your videos. You seem really enthusiastic, a good broad range of artists that you like to cover there. So, and Rob Panique's up in Boston. Such a nice guy. I mean, every time I've posted a video, he's always commented on it. I know he comments on everybody else's videos. Just a really nice guy, and I know you've had a bit of a rough ride of late, Rob. So all my thoughts with you and your family, and I hope you're sort of getting back on track. Yeah, top boy, absolutely top boy. And I think, there's so many more people I could rattle on about, but it is this kind of community feel that I really like about it. It's the C word in the VC. It's the community aspect of it, of all coming together. Like I said, I don't know any of these people. I've never met them. I've never shaken any of their hands. I've never bought them a drink. I would definitely buy you all a drink. But to have that kind of interaction and friendship with people that you've not met, I just think is amazing, and long may it continue. And yeah, that's what the VC means to me, community. Last but not least, really quickly, I finally got a copy of the Avalanche's since I left you. This is my grail. Alright, cheers guys. Bye.